Hey everybody, Eagle Run 23 here. All right, well, it has been a while since we have built something, and so it's time to build something. We are going to base this project around a barrel that was sent in from Faxon. This is a 16-inch 308 barrel. I think it's going to be perfect to build a little lightweight, maybe an SFAR type competitor. I'm going for lightweight, but we're not going like to the jagged edge of lightweight. And it's possible that some of the components that I have here aren't even going to help us reach that goal. So we're gonna look at some of the components today. I would definitely like some of your help, and you can give me your advice on some direction, some things that we can do. So let's start with the upper, then we'll work our way to the lower and talk about some of the other parts here that are available. All right, so we already mentioned the barrel. We're also going to be running a Faxon 308 BCG. So we're good on BCG and barrel. Let's talk about the handguard. I've been really wanting to do a deep dive into handguards, and so I kind of have quite a few handguards here in the shop. These two are from two different manufacturers. We have the Faxon one, which is their only design, and it looks really similar for both 308 and for AR-15. The main difference for this one is we have a full Picatinny rail. So we'll get further into the handguard discussion in a later video. There's not a lot of scenarios where people actually need a full pick rail. You need something down on the end if you're gonna flip up or even a backup sight. Having the pick rail here and here, I think, are potentially important. Sometimes you have an optics that could bleed onto the handguard, but we just don't need a full pick rail. And if you are going to do a full pick rail, I feel like it's obligatory that you lighten it. It really needs to be drilled out in here, because these they're just too heavy. they're for what they are just too heavy. But we just don't have a ton of choices. And so I'm trying to decide whether or not I actually want to get involved and do something about that or not. But these are two great options here. I don't think we could go wrong either way. I'm kind of leaning towards the Faxon one, since we have a little bit of a brand thing going on here with the barrel and the BCG and the handguard. I think that would be fine. I haven't run an Anderson handguard in a long time, so we'll find something for this to do. In fact, I've got something in mind for it I'll tell you about later. And our upper receiver is a leftover from when we were messing with DPMS high and low. I believe we have a match here. Yes, we do. Those are both DPMS high. So no problems here with the height of it. So I think we can run this upper receiver. This is an Aero Precision upper. You guys know I kind of tend to stay away from Aero. Nothing against them. For me and for my taste, I tend to just kind of want something that maybe other people don't have. But that said, I do have several Aero uppers, and I'm even building a full Aero upper for one of our 8.6 blackouts that I'll show you later. So absolutely nothing against Aero. I've been a fan of theirs for 15 or more years. I just don't tend to gravitate towards their look. All right, so this is actually a mid-length gas tube, which I'm pretty sure I have. And it's a pencil barrel. This is a really lightweight barrel. This pencil barrel is probably a gas block that I have. I'll confirm that I have a gas block and a gas tube, and I believe that will be it for our upper. We do need to figure out a muzzle device, but that's no big deal. Okay, so it looks like our upper is sorted. Let me know what you think about that. All right, so we've got this mocked up here a little bit, just to kind of give us a look. But it's time to play with some of our lower receivers and try to figure out a direction on that. So let's go over what our options are. I have, and this is just what I have in stock. If you guys want to see something different, we can definitely get some other options. And in fact, I actually have some ordered in that we can take a look at if you guys aren't into any of these. So my first choice is this carbon fiber polymer. It's actually a polymer carbon fiber infused. And this is from Tennessee Arms. And this is actually the one that I have an SBR on. And so I wouldn't mind setting up this lower that could take, you know, a bunch of different guns. In fact, I'm planning on doing that with 8.6 Blackout, being able to run my 12. The other three here are 80%. So we have a steel, a black, and then an FDE. I don't have really a direction for any of these right now. At different points, I thought about doing different things with these, but right now they are 100% just, well, they're 80%, and they have not been turned into 100 yet. So This one's ready to go, and it actually is the one with the SBR. So I might run this and get that lower going, and then we could always come back and do something else later with it. In addition to that, this is set up as a black gun right now. We can definitely do some Cerakote. I have a couple of guys that have been hitting me up wanting to get me to do some Cerakoting with them. And so we're definitely going to be going that direction with 2 of the 8.6s and now the 308. So I think that'll be kind of cool. So let's keep going here with our lower parts. Presumably for now, we're going to be using this carbon fiber polymer. And from AT3 Tactical, a lot of these components here are from AT3 Tactical. They are a friend of a channel, and I love their parts and their prices and their shipping. So we have a standard lower parts kit. They want me to try out this Trinity Force 308 spring. They actually sent me a couple of different options. So if this one doesn't work, it's possible a different one does, but this is a self-contained all-in-one buffer system that just you stick it in the tube and run it. So I'd love to try this out. We have another one from Armaspec as well that we have tried out in the Creedmoor, and it seems to be working okay. Armaspec anti-walk pins, because we're going to run this Palmetto State match trigger. I'm thinking that having this, and I believe these are made by Rise Armament. I think we kind of know that, but they don't actually say that. But I think these are Rise Armament, and they have the PSA branding on them. If you know something different and I'm wrong, holler at me. But I'm thinking about setting up this trigger in this lower and just leaving this trigger in this lower and running it with Blackout 308, kind of having this be the SBR option. I know this is a 16-inch barrel and it doesn't need an SBR, but go ahead and building this out for our future projects. Realistically, this upper right here is probably going to be a giveaway down the road. So building it and having a dedicated lower for it isn't 100% required. I think this would be a great trigger for it. I've used the PSA trigger before. I have one other one in a gun, and it might be this exact one, but it should be just fine. I know it's not specifically listed for a 308, but it should be just fine. The only thing missing here on the lower receiver end of things is our buffer and a stock. I don't have one here to show you, but I've got a couple of them headed to me to test out, and I don't know which one we're going to choose, but I'll show that to you here a little bit later. So I'm going to get to working on this lower, see if I can get it put together. The upper would be no big deal. We just need to torque a barrel nut and figure out our gas block situation. It won't be the next video on the channel where this is done. Just kind of wanted to go over the components. Let me know if you want to see something changed. In the next couple of weeks, we'll get this together and we'll get it out and get it testing. I'm really excited to play with 308. So never have played with 308 before, and I'm kind of excited about it. So, all right, make sure you head on over to eaglerun23.com. It is possible that some of our new patches are on the website. I can't say for sure when this video is going live or when those will be up, but new patches, new stickers. There's a giveaway going on, and you'll probably see that announced on the homepage, eaglerun23.com, and then there'll be a video coming up as well talking about it. It's probably the biggest giveaway I've done. We've given away a barrel and 10 PMags, and this next one is getting even bigger. Really cool stuff. So make sure you're on the email list. That's the only way to be signed up for it. There is no purchase necessary. Thank you for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.